Hello and welcome to your number one news source for all that nerdish on Pornhub, the Creatia Conversation. I am your host, the patron saint of podcasting, the Warden Matt Ritter, and I am here with my co-host who just hopped on at the very last minute due to technical difficulties, I guess. Miss Katie Kinsey Bay from Sheely Showcase.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm sweating.
Well, that's what happens when you're cleaning and then someone says, hey, I don't want to do a show by myself. Are you not busy? And you're like, yeah, I guess.
I'm like, I got time.
Not like I haven't seen you in less than 24 hours, but how you been?
Slept in, decided to clean. I was watching CSI while I cleaned. I have like the majority of what I got or wanted to get cleaned. It's just organizing it now. So I was almost done anyways, so it's fine.
All right. I've been playing Diablo. Nothing new there. Hopped on a little bit last night, ran around, did some shit with John. Working on getting to some nightmare dungeons so I can get some better gear. Because like apparently there's like a player versus player part where like you can go in. So like you ever seen that episode of South Park where they're playing World of Warcraft and there's that one guy who just runs around and kills everybody?
Yeah.
So apparently like it's that. So like you get out there and you can just do shit, and random people who have no lives and just build their characters up super strong can come and like kill you in one shot and take all your shit. Which happened to me twice because like there was just part of the map I was trying to unlock, and then like people were fighting this boss. So I'm like, oh, let me stop and do that. Started doing that, and then John's like, yeah, if you come over here, you can deposit this stuff. And this dude just comes up out of nowhere and like blasts me, and then I'm dead. And like everyone else around us was dead, just like one shot, and he picked up all of our shit and ran away. And then I was headed to another spot to do the same thing, and I found they got these things called treasure goblins. They're little goblins that have treasure, and when you kill them, you get like really cool shit. So I started fighting that, and it was almost dead. And dude came up and killed me and the treasure goblin and took all the treasure goblin shit. I'm like, you motherfucker.
I just can't.
Motherfucker.
Why? Like, people got too much time on their hands.
What's up, Top G Network? Yes, Katie Kinsey Bay is here.
That's me. You get to see me a lot this week, Matt.
And it looks like the Kinsey crew is in the house.
Don't start that.
I'm just saying. I got to see you on Botch Spots last night. I got you tonight, and then Friday, the 300th episode.
Whoop, whoop. So excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be good shit this week on Smacking It Raw. Did I watch anything last night? I don't think I watched anything yesterday. I did Botch Spots, and then I watched a lot of TikToks.
Oh, that's me every day.
Yeah. What's good, Just? I guess that means that we can get into some news time. This is going to be an Xbox heavy episode because Travis found all of the Xbox news, all of it, and then gave it to me. So I was like, why spread Xbox out throughout the week? Why not just bang out Xbox one day real quick? So let's see. Where do I want to start? Okay. So you've been on, you've talked to me, you've talked to Travis. You're familiar with like the Xbox FTC trial and them trying to acquire Activision. That's the name of the company. And Sony being like, hey, that's not fair. We're, if you do that, then Activision, we can't share any of our shit and make things better. And then them being like, oh, don't worry, you'll still get Call of Duty and all that shit, right?
Yes.
So, Xbox FTC trial day 2, in which the head of Xbox explains mergers to the FTC. This sounds super interesting. I'm going to lie to you and tell you it sounds super interesting. Love me some business lingo. But this is from IGN, Rebecca Valentine. Today's testimonies in the FTC's legal battle to press pause on Xbox merger with Activision were bookended by a closed session with Microsoft Senior Finance Director Jamie Lover, and a brief questioning of Google Stadia product director Dav Zimring. But the real meat of today was the Phil Spencer show. The suit-clad head of Xbox kept steady. Wow, why am I having a hard time reading this? The suit-clad head of Xbox kept steady throughout a lengthy questioning by the FTC before laying out in cross-examination a clear map of Xbox's mobile-focused strategy for acquiring Activision. When Microsoft wrapped up its inquiries, Spencer's stint at the front of the court was concluded by a rather awkward line of questioning, during which he found himself patiently explaining to the FTC lawyer, James Wingengarten, how exactly money works in acquisitions. So once again, the FTC spent a solid portion of the time focused on defining the relevant markets as a part of its job in this affair is to prove that Microsoft acquiring Activision would substantially lessen competition in a relevant market. For this specific case, the FTC has put forth significant efforts on a couple of very specific relevant markets, one of which is high-end consoles, aka PS5, Xbox Series X and S, but not Nintendo Switch. Xbox has argued that in its third place behind both PlayStation and Switch, Xbox has argued that it's in third place behind both PlayStation and Switch, and an Activision acquisition would help bolster its weaker market position rather than harm competition. But if the FTC can remove the Switch as a competitor in its market definition, then the scale tips more in Xbox's favor, and it can more reasonably make the argument that Xbox could hurt competition. So naturally, we heard a lot of back and forth over the Nintendo Switch today throughout multiple rounds of Spencer's time on the witness stand. The FTC brought forward multiple internal Xbox documents demonstrating market shares between PS5 and Xbox Series controllers or consoles as Gen 9, but seemed to exclude the Switch in an effort to prove that even internally, Microsoft does not consider the Switch a serious competitor. And wow, this is a long article. There's a lot of shit. But essentially, the FTC silence. Throughout the day, the FTC introduced a number of questions that seemed to indicate misunderstandings of how the gaming business worked. While going back and forth with Spencer on why Minecraft had not yet been optimized for PS5, for instance, Wingengarten seemed oddly focused about its lack of presence on PS Now or PS Plus, while Spencer evenly pointed out that Sony had never made an offer for the game to be on that service, and it wasn't his job to dictate what content Sony had on its own subscriptions. Later, Wingengarten repeated questions about specific conversations Spencer might have had with ZeniMax's James Leader in fall of 2021 about game exclusivity, a conversation Spencer was able to easily enough claim he didn't remember specifics of, given that it happened 2 years ago and that he discussed the subject with his colleagues all the time. So, sounds like the FTC has no idea how games work. And yeah, no, this is a battle for Xbox. Would you consider the Switch a competitor to the Xbox, the PlayStation?
I mean, if you were to ask me, like, when the Switch first came out, no. But now I feel like PlayStation is probably the top, and then Switch. Like, personally, I haven't done anything Xbox-wise since the 360. And I have, like all my friends and family have, like, a Switch in some capacity or a PlayStation in some capacity. Like, Xbox is just, like, not what people are going for anymore.
Which is the point Xbox is trying to make.
I mean, yeah, they are kind of the bottom right now.
So. And at least in console sales, because if you look at console sales, I believe that PlayStation and the Switch are marketedly higher than the Xbox is as far as console sales and things like that. Oh, hi, Will. You can be my bottom anytime.
Oh, there it is.
So not only is Xbox making that point, but then with the FTC coming in and saying things like, well, how come PlayStation doesn't have access to Minecraft? And he's just like, well, PlayStation never asked for access to Minecraft. I don't work for PlayStation. I don't know. Why don't you fucking ask PlayStation? Like, not my problem. Like, I don't know. It's from what I read there, it seems like Xbox has a pretty strong case. Now here's where things get a little interesting, because not only are they talking about acquiring Activision, but apparently, again, this is from Rebecca Valentine over at IGN, Xbox seriously considered acquiring Sega, Bungie, who does Halo, IO, and others to fill content gaps. So the FTC's legal battle to stop Xbox from acquiring Activision Blizzard continues on this week. And while the trial is off for today, a rash of evidence documents appeared online during the break that have brought to light some interesting clues about who all Xbox is interested in acquiring, namely Sega. An internal Xbox document submitted as evidence in the ongoing trial shows the company's acquisition strategy as of May 2021. The document begins by recommending multiple acquisitions to fill perceived content gaps in mobile development, as well as franchises with strong communities and deep engagement, and casual, social, and cross-generational franchises. The presentation suggests Xbox first compiled a list of 100 developers based on multiple criteria, then narrowed it down to 8 final candidates: Thunderful, Supergiant Games, Niantic, who makes Pokemon Go, Playrix, Zynga, Bungie, IO Interactive, and Scopely. Other developers of note that almost made the final list include Behavior Interactive, Housemark, acquired by Sony in 2021, Remedy Entertainment, Larian Studios, Rebellion Development, and Paradox Interactive. But it looks like Xbox got especially close to one developer in particular, Sega. According to an email similarly entered into evidence, Xbox head Phil Spencer specifically went to Microsoft CFO Amy Hood and CEO Satya Nadella to request approval to approach Sega and acquire its gaming studios, notably not including the rest of its business units. We believe that Sega has built a well-balanced portfolio of games across segments with global geographic appeal and will help us accelerate Xbox Game Pass both on and off console. Microsoft GM David Hampton simply replied, "Game on," to his email. Okay, we're almost done. The email is dated November. Well, I want to make sure this wasn't a really, really long article too. The email is dated November of 2020, so it is unclear why, when, or even if Spencer's plan to pick up Sega fell through. We can glean from the profile Xbox compiled on the studio that it saw investment in the company from Nexon as a complicating element in the process, as well as complications from Sega's other business verticals. However, its PC-centric content, Total War and I don't know if they spelled that wrong or if I'm supposed to pronounce it different, but Football Manager with one L, as well as Relic Entertainment, Yakuza, Endless Dungeon, and of course Sonic were major draws. The presentation includes a full breakdown of 17 companies and possibly an 18th entirely redacted one that Xbox was seriously considering, including discussion of their upcoming games involved risks and other factors. Some interesting tidbits from this section include mention of Bungie's mysterious Matter IP, and seeming confirmation that IO's new fantasy shooter is in fact rumored Project Dragon in the works for Xbox and PC. How would you feel about Xbox exclude? Like, it's weird to think that Xbox could own a company that previously was a major console. Like, I know Sega doesn't make consoles anymore. They haven't made consoles in a long time. But every time I hear Sega, I think of Sega. I don't think of just like a game producer.
Yeah, you just think of like the console.
Yeah, the company that made the console that Sonic and Toe Jam and Earl and all this other fun shit that I used to play came out on.
Yeah. So like so it seems like Xbox is kind of just trying to like Mickey Mouse this shit. They're just trying to gather as much as they can and kind of just like hold it to themselves. Like Will.
Like we talked about last night on the post show. Because Will's Mickey Mouse over there doing his own thing. We're so proud of him.
So proud.
I was going to try and do a Mickey Mouse impression, but I know it's not going to hit and it's not going to be good. So I'm just going to let that one go. So they were looking at a lot of shit, it looks like. And they were looking at a lot of shit. And I guess they settled on Activision. Sega either fell through or is just they're still working some shit out. But yeah, no, there's a lot of stuff that they're interested in acquiring. And I don't know if that helps or hurts what we just talked about with their battle in the FTC, because when you're talking about, you know, competition and fair competition and all that shit, and then it's like, okay, you got your eyes on a lot of things, not just this one. There's a lot of things you want to take off the market.
They're trying.
They're trying real hard.
real hard.
By the way, because I forgot, I want to thank everyone for joining us here on twitch.tv/Creatia World. There it is. If you have an Amazon Prime subscription, you have Prime Gaming, which gets you access to fun shit across all of your favorite consoles, not just the Xbox, who thinks it's Superman, but all of the consoles, because they're over here just trying to dominate the world with all of their powers and things like that, and then be humble about it and be like, we're not really the strongest. Anyway, Prime Gaming gets you the ability to link your Prime Gaming account to your Twitch account, which will give you a free subscription every month. And you can give that free subscription to your favorite Twitch streamer, you know, the host of the #1 wrestling podcast on Pornhub, the #1 horror podcast on Pornhub, one of the hosts of your #1 news source for all that nerdish on Pornhub, that guy. Yeah, give it to me. Well, actually, giving it to Travis, and I won't see any of it, but he hired me, so he deserves it. He did a good job, I guess. Do that, or any of your favorite Twitch streamers. We would appreciate it. Also, you could be watching us over on youtube.com/CreatiaWorld. And if you're doing that, it's free to like, subscribe, comment, and flick that bean up top, the little notification bell. Get notified every time we go live, whether it's Monday through Friday for this show, this Friday for our 300th episode of Smacking It Raw, or probably Sunday night, because I might have to work Monday morning. We'll see how it goes. For if I get confirmation from the other 2 members of the Core 4, getting off Saw. And maybe Vince, because Vince still hasn't yes or no, but I told him if he didn't yes, then he's just off the show. So can't just keep waiting for him.
That's fair.
Get done. So all of that coming to you this week. They mentioned the Mysterious Matter IP in that last article that we read, right? So, Xbox Studios head said Microsoft could. Oh wait, nope, that's the wrong one. Too many Xbox things.
Too many.
Xbox seems to expect Bungie's Mysterious Matter IP to release in 2025. So Microsoft expects a brand new IP from Destiny and Marathon developer Bungie to release in 2025. In previously confidential Microsoft documents released as part of this week's ongoing Xbox FTC trial, go figure, Microsoft wrote about a new IP in the works from the studio. As of 2021, Bungie has more than doubled its headquarters space and plans to open a new studio in Amsterdam, because drugs, by 2022 for ongoing support on Destiny 2 and development of a new IP currently expected to release in 2025. Microsoft document reads in part. Elsewhere in this document, Microsoft notes that Bungie trademarked the name Matter in 2018, which it believes may be Bungie's next original IP. This document is filled with evaluations from various developers and publishers from around the industry, as Xbox was seriously considering acquiring companies, which we talked about, like Sega, Bungie, and IO, to fill its content gaps. Bungie, of course, is no longer on the table, as PlayStation scooped up the Destiny developer in 2022. So now, and then So now here we have that. PlayStation scooped up Bungie, and there was another one they talked about that PlayStation. If PlayStation's buying all of these companies, you know, why can't Xbox have Activision?
Because they don't want them to.
I'm just saying. There have been teases of Bungie's mysterious new IP over the last few years. In 2020, a job listing hinted that the new IP will be comedic and feature whimsical characters, while Destiny 2's former director said Bungie had a hint about its next project somewhere within the game. Since then, Bungie has announced Marathon, an extraction shooter revival of the classic sci-fi series, so it's difficult to parse which of Bungie's teasings was in reference to Marathon and which could have been possibly hinting at the still unannounced new IP. Check out the full recap of last week's for everything that's happened so far during the which we've done that. We're giving you everything that's going on during this FTC trial to keep you up to date. And every article I read, my opinion changes. Like the first article, I was like, yeah, no, Xbox makes a good point. And then the second article, it's like, all right, well, you kind of got your eye on a lot of shit there, Xbox. And then it's like, yeah, but Sony's doing the same shit. No one's stopping them, so why not?
I don't know. I'm not in the business. That business. I have no idea. Nothing makes sense.
okay, that's fair. Activision has 32 studios and Bungie has 2, but necessarily there isn't any exclusivity. Like they did say that, PlayStation would still get Call of Duty and stuff for that. Will also said if we need a sub for Saw, he wants in. So at least it'll be you, me, and Will this weekend.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I guess 32 is a lot more than 2. But there was another studio that we talked about that PlayStation had also scooped up as well. So they're doing their thing. Xbox is like, hey, I'm the 3rd best-selling console out there. I want to level the playing field. I don't know if I brag about that, but if you got to win a war, you got to win a war.
It's a humble brag.
Also, thank you, GZDR Forever, or 4EV, I'm assuming forever, for the follow. We appreciate it. Last Xbox thing, I swear.
I don't believe you.
No, this is just an email from 2019 that came out where Xbox Studio Head said Microsoft could spend Sony out of business in a 2019 email, which again puts them back in the villain seat. They're just going face heel. They're like the fucking Big Show.
Say.
Xbox Studios Head Matt Booty. You grew up your entire life. Got to the point where you turned 18 and you could have changed your name and you said, nope, I'm Matt Booty for life.
I'm calling you that now.
Xbox Studio Head Matt Booty said Microsoft could spend Sony out of business in a 2019 email uploaded as evidence in an ongoing antitrust trial in San Francisco. In an email to Xbox Chief Financial Officer Tim Stewart, Booty said, oh, this is going to be so much fun. We, Microsoft, are in a very unique position to be able to go spend Sony out of business. Booty said that 10 years ago, and listen, I'm just reading this. I'm not even doing that on purpose.
I know.
Booty said that in 10 years, the company would look back and say it would have been worth spending $2 or $3 billion in 2020 to stay ahead of the competition. Content is one of the moat that we have Bounty wrote in a response to emails that were redacted from public view on a chain whose subject matter was GPARPU, presumably standing for Game Pass Average Revenue Per Unit. They actually have it here. Thanks for sharing. A lot to digest here. We'll read in detail. A different view to the general view below might be that we, Microsoft, are in a very unique position to be able to go spend Sony out of business. If we think that the video game content matters in 10 years, we might look back and say totally would have been worth it to lose $2 to $3 billion in 2020 to avoid a situation where Tencent, Google, Amazon, or even Sony have become the Disney of games and own most of the valuable content. So they're like, we want to be Disney. We don't want anyone else to be Disney. Who doesn't?
Booty wants to be Mickey Mouse. Who would have thought?
Listen, I just love that we did the Disney thing and then the Disney thing existed somewhere else. The email is a frank discussion of Xbox's competition and business challenges. Booty took shots.
God damn it.
Booty shots. Booty took shots at Google and Amazon, saying that Google was 3 to 4 years off from having a game studio up and running, and that Amazon has shown no ability to execute on-game content. Even streaming services were not left unscathed from Booty's commentary, as he noted that Hulu and CBS I honestly think Travis just put this in here because dude's name was Booty. I'm not going to lie.
Had to have.
As he noted that Hulu and CBS All Access will be trivial players in the space due to their content lagging behind Disney's offerings. David Cuddy, a Microsoft spokesperson, responded to comment, the email is 3.5 years old and predates the announcement of our acquisition by 25 months. It refers to industry trends that we never pursued and is unrelated to the acquisition. That's fair. The FTC did not immediately respond to requests for comment. The email was dated December 2019, just a year before Xbox would launch the next generation Xbox Series X and S, and Sony would launch the PlayStation 5. When I reviewed the Xbox Series X for CNN in 2020, I noted that Xbox lacked a blockbuster game to show off its next-gen capabilities, as Halo Infinite had been delayed to 2021. Booty's email came in sharp contrast to Microsoft's repeated refrain that Xbox Game Pass bargain deal to gamers and players' flexibility of trying games on Windows made the Xbox ecosystem enticing in the console wars. As Microsoft Gaming CEO Phil Spencer said in court last week, the console wars are a social construct that Sony has already won. Wow. Okay. Lee Hepner, legal counsel at anti-monopoly advocacy group, the American Economic Liberties Project, had previously said in an interview that Booty's terminology was monopolistic. They want to build a moat around their console, which is antitrust slang for boxing out competitors. This is essentially the bulk of the FTC's case in one email. However, that email predated anything that ever happened before any of this stuff came to light or any consoles were launched. So, like, and we don't even know, like, is Booty still there? Is he still running shit?
Booty's
Probably.
running the whole company now.
I think their whole argument's Booty. How about being named Doug Bowser than working, of all places, Nintendo?
Oof.
And then Will said Booty shot.
Booty shot.
And Booty make it clap. And Matt Booty. Yes. Yes. Like, why does it always got to be people with my first name?
I don't know.
Anyway.
You have a very common first name, that's why.
I appreciate, well, common. I thought you said calming at first. I was like, I appreciate that. Then I realized you called me common, and now I'm hurt.
Sorry.
I think you guys have heard enough from me. So now I'd like you to hear a word from our sponsors. But first, if you want to watch our show and you're like, fuck these ads, which you shouldn't because our sponsors are great. I just rather listen to Matt keep talking and Katie keep laughing at Matt talking and giving little tidbits of useful insight as she always does. You can check out our show ad-free over at patreon.com/creationworld. And for there, you can also, for just $1, get 2 podcasts for the price of $1. You get the Return to Wrestling with Travis and I, and it's the entire back catalog of Return to Wrestling for $1. It's not just a new episode every month, but you can go watch everything from when we started at the first Nitro in 1995 all the way up to our latest episode, which was World War III 1997. And then next month, we'll be dropping Starrcade 1997. You can also get Multiverse with Travis and Mara, where they go and they watch, talk about, break down DC animated films. So if that is your bag for just the price of $1, you know, what can you get for $1 anymore?
Nothing.
2 bonus podcasts from your favorite Pornhub podcast company, which I don't know if that's 100% correct because we're not. Anyway, yeah, we'll go with that. Your favorite podcast company on Pornhub.
There you go.
2 bonus podcasts for the price of $1, the entire back catalog, and this show ad-free.
Yeah.
Spice things up in the bedroom, then it's time to check out Adam and Eve. Because you see, Adam and Eve is the leading adult toy store that offers a wide range of products to help you explore your sexual desires. Whether you're looking for something to use solo or with a partner, they have everything you need to satisfy your cravings. From vibrators to lingerie, bondage gear to lubricants, AdamandEve.com has it all. And the best part, you can shop with confidence, knowing that all their products are of high quality and backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. That means whether you bought a dildo, sex swing, penis ring, vibrator, anal sex toy, bondage toy, couples toy, lube, or accessory, you can get a refund within 90 days if you're not 100% satisfied. No questions asked. And right now, as a special offer to our listeners, Adam and Eve is giving you 50% off almost any item on their website. That's right, 50% off. And if you act now, you'll also get free shipping. So go to adamandeve.creationworld.com and use the offer code erotica at checkout. That's erotica at adamandeve.creationworld.com for 50% off almost any item and free shipping. Don't wait. This offer won't last very long. The link is in the description. Attention dog lovers. Are you looking for high quality products to spoil your furry friend? Then you need to check out dog.com. Because you see, dog.com is the go-to online store for all your dog related needs. They offer a huge selection of dog food, treats, beds, and more. Plus, they have products for all types of dogs, from puppies to seniors and everything in between. And the best part, you can shop with confidence knowing that all their products are made with your dog's health and happiness in mind. Dog.com only stocks top-rated brands that you can trust, so you can rest easy knowing your dog is getting the best. And right now, as a special offer to our listeners, Dog.com is doing a big warehouse clearance sale. And all you have to do is go to dog.creatiaworld.com and you can get up to 80% off on all sorts of items like toys, treats, bones, harnesses, bowls, leashes, and anything else you can think of. So go to dog.creatiaworld.com and take advantage of this sale right now. Spoil your furry friend with the best products from dog.creatiaworld.com today. Link is in the description. Are you tired of feeling sluggish and unfocused throughout the day? Then it's time to try Dubby, the ultimate energy source. Dubby is a powerful clean energy drink that is designed to help you stay alert and focused no matter what life throws your way. Whether you're a student, a busy professional, an athlete, or especially a gamer, Dubby can give you the boost you need to take on the day or the night. It also contains important aminos and vitamins that canned energy drinks simply don't have. And the best part, Dubby is made with high quality ingredients and is completely sugar-free, maltodextrin-free, and is keto-friendly. So you can enjoy the energy boost without any of the crash, jitters, or angst that comes with traditional energy drinks. Simply mix Dubby with water and you'll have a delicious, refreshing energy drink that can help you power through your entire day. And with a variety of flavors to choose from, including Galaxy Grenade, Beach and Peach, and Dragonade, you're sure to find one that you love. So go to dubby.creatiaworld.com and order your Dubby today. And for a limited time, use code Creatia at checkout to get 10% off your order. That's Creatia at dubby.creatiaworld.com for 10% off. Try Dubby today and feel the difference. The link is in the description.
Yes, it is. We're back, Katie. How are you?
I'm good. I got a piece of candy.
You ready to talk about stuff that's not Xbox?
Yes, please.
Okay. You've been watching Superman and Lois?
I haven't. I know you have been.
I have. What about Gotham Knights?
No.
Travis loves Gotham Knights. It's his favorite DC show. It really is.
Okay.
He talks about it. It's not. He hates it. But I have not been watching Superman and Lois as it debuts. I've been catching up on it, so I've been waiting for season 3 to drop. And now we have a premiere date for Max for Superman and Lois season 3 and Gotham Knights. If you want to go check out why Travis hates this show so much, CBR.com, Superman and Lois season 3, Gotham Knights land a Max premiere date as both Superman and Lois season 3 and Gotham Knights come to an end on the CW. The series will soon be available to stream on Max. Fans waiting to stream Superman and Lois season 3 and Gotham Knights won't need to wait much longer as both CW shows are heading to Max in the very near future. Per the direct, both DC shows will be available to stream on July 28th, 1 month and 1 day from today. The third season of the beloved Superman and Lois is expected to wrap up its third season on June 27th, so today, while Gotham Knights will also conclude on the same day. Despite the popularity of both series, only one is set to make a return to the CW, greenlit season 4 of the Man of Steel's live-action series, with Gotham Knight, while Gotham Knights was canceled after just a single season. I wonder why. Travis shits on that show, and he was so glad that it was over. I kind of want to watch it just to see how bad it could be that he hates it so much.
Yeah, now I'm very intrigued to see what makes it so bad, and that it got canceled too.
Also, since we're talking about him, I want to shout out Travis. Congratulations. He had an exam today. He passed. Got licensed back to do the stuff that he likes, that he was doing prior to his move to Atlanta. So I don't know what that means for content. Travis, if you're watching this, me and Katie still want to know what's up with that Scream XXX porn parody and when it's getting posted. She asked me last night, and now that I remember, any information that I could pass on to her would be greatly appreciated. Either in the chat or you can text me. But congrats to Travis for passing his exam. I'm stoked. Sucks that I got to wait a month, but I mean, I got plenty of shit to do in the meantime. So, season 3 on Max in a month. I'll be able to check it out, get all caught up. Season 4 is greenlit. Maybe if I get all caught, I should be all caught up by then. I'll start watching that live because as much as I hate Superman, I really enjoy that show for some reason.
What's your beef with Superman?
I honestly, I'm starting to think it's just I don't like superheroes that wear red and blue because I'm not a huge fan of Spider-Man either. But my real beef with Superman is that he has all of the powers, and that they just keep. He says, well, now that he's done with the exam, he can focus on other shit like
Getting
putting together our Scream porn parody and resubmitting it to see if it gets kicked out again.
Please.
We just need to know if they're going to let us post it or not because it was the only one that Katie's like really actually kind of enjoyed and didn't have to get drunk to watch. So
exactly.
Yeah.
But Superman has all the powers.
He has all the powers, and then he's just like too fucking good, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like there are stories about Superman where he turns evil and stuff like that, and I do enjoy that. Surprisingly, the Man of Steel movie where he murdered Zod and broke his neck, like I was like, all right, cool, that's a dark edge to Superman, like that's cool. But in general, just like the nerdy guy who rips his clothes off and then he's got all of the strength and all of the power and he's all too fucking good, just it annoys the shit out of me. And also, I missed the beginning of that convo, but were you asking what makes Gotham Knights bad? Yes.
He said everything.
Everything. While we're on DC news, Katie, did you? I know you're a huge supporter of Ezra Miller and everything that he does, right?
Yeah.
So you definitely went out and saw the Flash opening weekend, probably 2 or 3 times, right?
5 times at least.
Five times at least, yeah. Apparently, after an underwhelming opening weekend, so those 5 showings that Katie didn't do much to help, and the deep drop in the second week, the Flash has continued to attract misfortune as the movie was leaked online. So this is from EJ Taganong over at Joe Blow. Apparently, the Flash gets leaked in its entirety on Twitter with 1.7 million views. So, being that we're on Twitter, I don't know how we missed this.
What the fuck?
The Flash continues to make headlines as much as the character himself would in Central City. Despite the doubling down on marketing and hype that Warner Brother pushed on the Scarlet Speedster, the Flash proceeds to grow in infamy from its pre-release controversy to its poor box office performance. The comic book film is reportedly taking a sharp 71% drop in just its second week after an already dismal opening. It's said to be doing less business than this year's already notorious DC flop, Shazam! Fury of the Gods, which I actually enjoyed. So, like,
I didn't see it.
It's on Max.
Oh, okay.
Although it seems that things couldn't get worse for the film, Screen Rant reports that the entirety of The Flash had leaked online and was posted to Twitter. The video was posted to the now suspended Twitter account Bryoshfr, Bryoshfr, and stayed up for around 8 hours and garnered 1.7 million views before it inevitably got taken down. The leaked video was made available Sunday, June 25th, before being removed at 1 p.m. Eastern time. The million-plus views that the leak attracted just means less and less tickets sold for the movie that's already cost the studio a substantial sum. The drop in numbers in the second week is being compared to Morbius, the movie turned meme magnet that starred Jared Leto as a Spider-Man villain in a solo outing that failed to generate interest, even in the intended demographic, and would end its domestic run with a total of 75 million. Warner Brothers would also put a couple projects on reserve had The Flash become a success at the box office. The studio says that the sequel has already been written and would involve the return of Michael Keaton's Batman and Sasha Calle's Supergirl. In addition, it was reported that the company was planning to capitalize on Michael Keaton's reprisal with a big screen adaptation of the late 90s animated show Batman Beyond, which saw an aged Bruce Wayne take on a protege for a new era of crime fighting in the future Gotham. And Keaton would have filled the role of the elder Bruce. Oh, really? He wasn't going to play the new protege, the young The young protege. He's going to play.
He could.
Interesting.
He definitely could.
I would love to like. I'm with it, right? Like, fuck Ezra Miller. I get it. However, the trailers looked awesome. I still have not had time or gone out there and been able to, see, Travis, damn, I missed it. Had time to go out and see the movie. I did want to, mostly because Michael Keaton. I'm not going to, and Sasha Calle. Like, those two things kind of drew me in. And the trailer looked really good. I've heard some things about the CGI that's not so great. Like, kind of wish I could have watched it on Twitter.
Which,
on
like,
Sunday.
the fact that was on for 8 hours and we didn't fucking see it.
Or hear anything.
How? Yeah. Like, I see people post, like, full movies and shit all the time. They're like, here, fuck it, insert full movie here. And it's, like, the entirety of a movie on Twitter. But, like, how did we miss this? And
the Flashpoint story is awesome. I would have loved to see a Batman Beyond with Michael Keaton. I would have loved, I mean, not necessarily a Flash sequel featuring Ezra Miller, but like a sequel to this movie featuring Michael Keaton and Supergirl. Would have been down for. Like, I would have been into that.
Yeah.
So the fact that a lot of this stuff was hinging on this movie doing well and it bombed kind of sucks.
Now,
but that's on them.
Exactly what I was going to say. You put all your stock into Ezra Miller, who is a piece of garbage, who should be in prison. You're putting all your stock into him and be like, no, this movie's going to do great. It's going to do numbers. It's going to be great. No, your movie bombed because you have a piece of shit as your main star and your CGI is apparently awful.
And if you think about it, 1.7 billion people watching this movie. If they had all gone and bought a ticket and let's say spent like matinee price, $10 a ticket?
Something like that, yeah.
That's $170 million that this would have generated that they lost because this got leaked online.
You know what that's not going to happen to?
What?
Barbie. You know what else it's not going to happen to? Oppenheimer. Those movies are coming out the exact same day. And they're going to do fine. Fuck Ezra Miller.
Because Ezra Miller's not in them.
Exactly. 100% the reason.
Fair enough. Let's lighten things up a little bit. You want to watch a trailer?
Yes, please.
All right. I think you're really going to enjoy this one.
What is it?
It's called Drive-Away Dolls.
Okay. Oh my god, Pedro Pascal? I'm already excited.
I know.
The case, Santos.
Not on your life.
Hello,
He's
girl.
dying?
It's the last body shot competition, so we are going to salt you up.
I've had it with love. I don't believe it's relevant to the 21st century lesbian.
You're not wearing that. I just came from work.
I came from Toledo. I don't dress like it.
I'm not here to peddle my wares. I'm leaving town.
I am too. That was my plan. Where are you going?
Tallahassee, Florida. I've been unhappy.
That's why we
Careful
get this shit
out
together, honey babe. We get our act together.
Curly's Drive Away, Pennsylvania's most trusted name in car delivery.
Curly here.
Don't call me Curly.
And your name, Curly?
My name is Curly. We just met. It's too familiar. We're here for the car. Wait a minute. You call with a drop-off in Tallahassee, and then these broads come in and say they're ready to go to Tallahassee. They drive the car instead of you. Is that bad?
Bad if they find the goods.
What?
You should see what's in here.
I bet it's locked.
What's in the box?
I understand you're unhappy, sir. We will find and deliver the package.
We just want your friends. You cannot relate to the public, which in the service profession is a big handicap.
Did the two creeps find you? They know we have their stuff. Maybe we sell it back. Shake them down.
Are they like wanted or something?
Oh no, they're not in trouble at all.
Yeah, I'm gonna help you break a big murder case.
That is about the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And I'm a cop.
Who are you?
Democrats.
Wow, you've had a full day.
Yeah, I'll watch that.
Yeah, I'll watch that.
That looks fun.
Also, why the fuck does it look like Pedro Pascal dies in the beginning? What the fuck is that?
Listen, Katie.
No.
You can't live in every. He died in Game of Thrones too. He got his
Yeah,
eyes
I know.
picked out. Like,
I know. But like,
you can't live forever in everything he does.
yes, the fuck he can. Well, okay, maybe not The Last of Us, but like that's a different story.
Black Adam made more money than Shazam and Flash combined, yet Warner Brothers said they no longer wanted to work with him. Go figure.
Well, that's Dwayne being Dwayne.
I was gonna say now he might be Kratos if Katie doesn't get her wish that it's Batista.
Which, like, it doesn't even make sense. Like, Batista's right there. You could even go with Christopher Judge, who is the voice of Kratos in the game. Like, that would be fucking dope.
I have an article for, but we're here, and you brought it to my attention, so we'll talk about it. There was something posted that said that for the God of War live action, they were thinking about casting The Rock.
But why?
What do you got against Dwayne?
Dwayne's a pussy and won't come face his cousin.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, if you can't fight Roman, you
the
can't be
family's in
Kratos.
turmoil, and he's off just like losing money with a bunch of different stuff and not caring about the family. It's messed up.
That's Kratos, though. Like, Kratos went and did some shit. His whole family got burned, and then, like, out of suffering, they pasted his body in the ashes of his family, and then, like, he went about his life and killed gods and titans, and then found some new chick and had another baby with her, and did Viking shit. Like, it's
Well, that's I haven't like fully like looked into like the God of War adaptation. Is it gonna be just like based off of all the games, or just like the most recent two?
that I don't know. So,
Because
I
like,
don't have that information.
if you want to do like the older games with like him killing gods, sure, fuck it, have Dwayne do it. But if you're gonna do like God of War and then Ragnarok, I think Batista would be better fit.
Well, I think not Ivar, the other one. Eric would be a better fit then, because he's a Viking.
Debatable.
Debatable. Not he's a Viking or a better fit. No, Batista definitely. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what they do. I'm down. I'm gonna watch it regardless. Yeah. All right, Katie. Last one.
Okay.
A little bit of Mortal Kombat news. In Mortal Kombat 1, equality is a real pain in the neck. This is from IGN's Wesley Yinpool. Mortal Kombat 1 held an online stress test over the weekend, and it didn't take long for players to discover the return of the quitality. Oh, wow. I read that completely wrong. In Mortal Kombat 1, a quitality is a real pain in the neck. How I read that as quality.
You're having a rough day.
A quitality is a finishing move introduced into the series with 2015's Mortal Kombat 10. They only occur during an online match when a player leaves before the end of winning a round. So, before Mortal Kombat's famous finish him, her prompt, in Mortal Kombat 10, a quitality would see the offending player's character head explode in a shower of gore. In Mortal Kombat 11, the quitter would either end up impaled on a giant rock spike or explode. In Mortal Kombat 1, however, a quitality comes with a twist of the player's neck. Rather than explode or fall on spikes, the offending character now breaks their own neck in a speedy and dramatic animation. This being an online stress test, there is a little at stake when it comes to competitive Mortal Kombat 1, but that hasn't stopped players from quitting matches. Here's an example of how it looks when Kenshin quits below. We have a video.
Yes.
Not your best effort.
Round 2. Fight.
Creation was a mistake.
Quitality. Liu Kang wins.
That was so fast.
Yeah, it was.
Jesus.
Hold on. Is he leaving? We've had some stuff with our AC going on, the guys here. So that was actually our last bit of news. So that was perfect.
There you go.
Katie, thank you for joining me tonight. Real quick, would you rather a bald Jason Momoa play Kratos?
No.
You're not curious as to what a bald Jason Momoa would look like?
I don't want to know.
Okay.
No, thank you.
Well, Katie, go ahead and tell everyone where they can find you, not just this Friday for episode 300 or this Sunday for the Getting Off Saw franchise coverage, but your own show, which happens this Thursday, and the panel that you hosted and had a blast with.
Yeah, so you can follow me on Twitter, KatieResson13, link to your about to take out things Shaylee Showcase, twitch.tv/Shaylee Showcase, typically Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern, youtube.com/Shaylee Showcase, Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, if you want to listen. Like Matt said, on Thursday, a panel that I did last Thursday is dropping with, it's 5 female podcasters talking about and creating their own top 5 women's champions from the 2000s till now. And I've kind of like on Twitter, I'm kind of like releasing a few names here and there of who didn't make the list, just to like see if people like are trying to inch to see who is in the top 5. I was kind of shocked with their top 5, but it kind of makes sense, and I can't wait to see people's reactions to it, because that's a YouTube exclusive, so that'll just be on the YouTube.
And then this Thursday, after that drops, Shaylee goes live, and
Yes.
the Twitter that they can find that at is at
KatieResson13.
There you go. You guys can follow everything Creatia World on social media on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at It's Creatia World, ITSCREATIA World, or Facebook.com/Creatia World. If you're old school, we have some groups you can check out, Facebook.com/group/DemDragons for all of your Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, or just Dragon in general needs. Or if you're a wrestling fan, you can come check us out at Facebook.com/group/Smacking It Raw. We got Money in the Bank coming up. Forbidden Door just happened. So plenty of stuff to talk about and discuss with a laid-back, drama-free group of wrestling fans over there on Facebook. And as always, you can follow me on Twitter only at Matt Ridders, MATTRIDDER, or at Getting Off, Matt Ridders for your wrestling content, Getting Off is for your horror content. You're getting both this week, and I hit my mic. That was my bad. For Miss Katie Kinsey Bebe, I am the patron saint of podcasting, the Ward Matt Ritter, and this has been your #1 news source for all that nerdish on Pornhub.